Hey everyone. Say hi, Nikolai. Good boy. Back today with a video that I'm a little more excited about the plant than the pepper itself. Not because I think it's going to be terrible, but because I think I know that the purpose of the plant was not for consumption more so than for decoration. We are talking about. Okay, come on. Don't not get. We are talking about the Bolivian rainbow. Now this one's nice and boring, but we're going to get to the good stuff here in a second. This is the one video where biting down into it is not going to be the best part of the review. Best part of the review is going to be looking at the actual plant out there because that thing is gorgeous. It goes by two names, Bolivian rainbow and Chinese five color. So far as I've been able to find online, there's not much of a difference between the two, if any. They've apparently been grown in Bolivia for hundreds of years, which is where they get their name. Obviously, if it's called that, it should be from there, right? It's Capsicum annuum, and actually I need to verify whether or not that's true. But the common misconception is with plants that are ornamental, they're kind of like berries. They're kind of poison berries. You don't want to eat them, you know. But you can eat these. They're not going to hurt you. They're supposed to be fairly spicy. I'm not 100% certain. I haven't really done a whole lot of experience. I bit into a purple one that fell off earlier in the season, and there wasn't anything to it heat-wise. But I have not bitten into one that has ripened up. So the purple one was basically this plant's version of green. Not much flavor, not much heat. Wasn't expecting much anything, but this one has obviously developed into a nice vivid red. It's going to be very seedy. Once you get just barely past that little tip there's going to be a big old seed pod in the middle. This it's bred for looks. This is form over function. So let's get to the good part. It's going to be brief, unfortunately, because you can only stare at a plant for so long. But if you want to look at it longer, you can always pause this video. So let's go take a ganders at it. What can I say about this plant that the plant doesn't say for itself? Just look at all those beautiful jelly bean looking peppers on this thing. You can see the bright purple flowers right there and the original color that the pods were. And they all just sort of start to change colors on their own. It's fascinating. I'm a little bit irritated that the whole thing didn't stay purple like it did when it was young, but as you see, it does not let down. I'm isolating seeds for next year because I will 100% be growing this plant again. But in the meantime, we're going to pick off one of these red ones and give it a try. How can you not be excited when you see a plant like that? I mean, obviously if you're not into growing plants, it's not going to do much for you, but if you are, you realize that's something edible that looks that good. Looked it up. It is a Capsicum annuum. I thought maybe this is one of the ones that fell into one of the less common categories, but it's just a regular annuum that's been bred to look like beautiful little Christmas lights. Now, it's called the Chinese five color. It sort of grows like a Thai variety with the vertical stems like this, with the pepper sticking straight up. Five colors being purple, the cream color, or an intermediate between the purple and orange. Then you got orange, yellow, and red. I think it goes yellow, orange, red. But those are the main five. But of course, there's like an infinite number of colors between those that it changes to. It's just which second you're looking at it is what color it's determined to be. But those are the main five. So that's where it gets its name in that sense. I prefer Bolivian rainbow. I think it sounds better. Plus, my research tells me they're from Bolivia anyway. So the Scoville's anywhere between 10 and 30,000. So this is not going to be a super hot. It's not going to blow my head off. I'm not prepared with anything other than just a little bit of water here. Actually, yeah, that is water. Okay. So let's see what it tastes like. Wow. Bet like a quarter of an inch into it. Already very seedy. Mmm. Not a tremendous amount of flavor, but there's some. It's a little bit sweet. Just a little bit. A little earthy. No. Like a greenish. Really? Third seed? Wow. It's got a little kick to it. It's actually not bad. Not a whole lot of flavor. I can't really see using these for much. Not because the flavor is bad or lacking enough, but because there's so much. It's all seeds. Let me see if I can. That's so many seeds. The whole thing is just full of them. But that's good. That's good. That means we don't have to ever buy these again. If I just get one to ripen, then I've got 100 plants for the next year. And then 1,000 for the year after that. And then I spread them all over like kudzu and they take over the entire world. So, yeah, flavor's okay, but it's too seedy to be useful for anything. This plant is going to be great to look at though. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue to enjoy it from a distance. You know, it might actually be worth pickling just to throw a bunch of these. You know, I might even be able to half them. Just slice them in half so you can still see most of them and see a whole bunch of different colors in the jar. That might still be okay. It's something worth looking into. But that's the Bolivian rainbow. So if you like the plant, it's if you look back through my anything that I've posted about them before, the young plants are purple, bright purple, like this, darker than the color of the flowers that were on there. They're almost the same color as the pods themselves when they first come out. But then after it matures a bit and gets more sun, for some reason more sun made it turn green. When I had it inside under the grow light, the whole thing was purple and it looked amazing. It was almost black. And then I took it outside, it started to fade to green and then really branch out, and then it started to blossom, so I was really happy. And yeah, my only regret this year is that I grew 2 of them for me, and I think I gave away 2 to my dad, and one of them got really badly dehydrated and never bounced back, I believe. But I will be growing more than that next year, specifically for the purpose of giving away to anybody who wants them. I mean, look, you see how many seeds I get. It's going to cost me nothing to do this. I'm just going to be throwing them in dirt. So that's that. Put them in a large pot, let them grow, give them full sun, water them when they get dry. You can't go wrong. They're super easy to grow and incredibly prolific. That's why I'm assuming these had to have been bred to look this way. I guess they could have grown this way wild, but to be this pretty, I think that there was some human intervention because they're almost too pretty to be natural. But anyway, that's the Bolivian rainbow, and excited. I'm not going to give this one any kind of a flavor rating because that's not what it was there for, but I will say that it packed some punch. It had a little bit of heat to it. It was probably right around where the cayenne was. Not enough. The pepper to seed ratio was bad enough to where even the fact that I did like it, I'm not going to put anything into the flavor of this one. Don't use this one to cook with. I mean, you could. It's really subjective, but it's like biting into a spoonful of, or it's like taking a spoonful of sesame seeds in your mouth. So, anywho, I'm looking forward to growing more of these next year, and hopefully I can have a big, huge spread of them out there so we can get a real good glimpse. And between now and then, who knows what other beautiful things I'm going to come across that might end up changing my mind. But for now, I'm heading out. Have a great weekend.